Look at that wreckage. I'm amazed they're still making them like this.
They?
This looks like a standard fighter jet, but it's actually different. They've done a lot of things to reduce the number of parts and cut down manufacturing costs, without sacrificing the plane's strength and performance. Very cost-effective. You could make 3 planes for the price of 2 this way.
Who's this they you're referring to?
North Ossia Grunder Industries. Formerly the South Belka Munitions Factory, run by the Belkan government.
But Ossia has taken over that land now. South Belkan technology is being used for Ossia. Why does Yuktobania have this?
Good question. Actually, speaking of Belka, Ossia recruited some Belkan flying aces after the war 15 years ago to strengthen our Air Force. You know about this?
No. Really?
An aggressor squadron comprised entirely of Belkan aces. Our old enemy. Well, that's the rumor anyway. Even an old fox like me isn't sure they exist. I bet the current administration isn't even aware of the story.
Welcome back to Let's Play Ace Combat 5.
Before the Ossian ground forces can proceed into the Yuktobanian capital of Sinigrad, they'll have to deal with Cruik Fortress directly in their path. The robust defense of this fortress has stalled the advance of our armies for the past 5 days. If this situation continues for much longer, it will give Yuktobania time to complete preparations for a counterattack. We need to take the fortress and enable our ground forces to reach the enemy capital as quickly as possible. To do this, we will launch an air attack on Cruik Fortress. Our last attack sortie fell prey to their anti-aircraft guns and air defense fighters. Deal a decisive blow to the fortress and its surrounding air power, and support the ground forces as they penetrate the complex. Open the door to Cruik. The day of Sinigrad's liberation is near.
Well, God, what a mission to come back from Journey Home off of, huh?
Yeah, oh my god, when I played as a kid, I hated this level so much. It took me so fucking long. Ugh.
Oh, I hated this mission doing it a week ago. And, yeah, mainly the reason why I hated it, because I did this to myself.
Oh, why would you do this? It's like deliberately shooting yourself in the foot before you have to race against Usain Bolt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there was a reason that I went with the Black Widow, but
other than the self-imposed challenge.
Also, yeah, shut up, Archer.
Why couldn't it have been him? Why couldn't it have been him?
Because then it wouldn't have resonated enough.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, this is, like, again, the sad part about the really stupid thing that Ace Combat does with, like, its plane roster, about, like, how every plane only has one special weapon, and if you want to use, like, a variation of it, you've got to buy a completely separate plane.
Oh.
Because,
I
like,
forgot about all that.
Yeah, because, like, in Zero, like, the Black Widow's a really good plane, primarily because, yeah, you've got the 3 options there, so you can use it for air-to-air, air-to-ground, and whatnot. But, yeah, here in 5, it's like, yeah, you're stuck with a QAAM, so, like, good luck taking it into a ground assault mission like Fortress is.
Project Aces, they must have, when they were planning Zero, they must have gone, you remember that thing we did in Ace Combat 5? Let's do literally the opposite of that.
Today we're gonna do it.
Oh yeah, Zero fixed a lot of shit that was wrong with 5.
It's basically Ace Combat 5 plus. As a voice actor, I hate the delivery on this line. It just doesn't land for me.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of, like, early aughts voice acting .mp3 here in this game.
Yeah, I mean, both for the good and the bad. I mean, this is around when Steve Bloom started appearing in fucking everything, too. It's not in this mission.
Allied forces.
Oh god, don't crash. I can't tell you how many times I crashed into those fucking control boxes. As a kid.
We're counting on you. Archer, engaging.
Also, I'm pretty sure that was Paul Eiding as the unit commander, but I can't be certain.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's probably him. I was wondering where I recognized his voice.
It's like, yeah, the radio static and the distortion kind of like covers it up, and plus he's one of those people who actually has like a huge range, but everyone wants him to be Colonel Campbell.
Yeah. Kind of like, I was going to say David Hayter, but I don't think that's what I want, but definitely Steve Bloom.
I see it.
Now I'm trying to think of where else I've heard Paul Eiding.
He's in fucking Dirge Cerberus of all things as Hojo.
Oh, wow.
And he sounds, yeah, and he sounds unrecognizable compared to how he normally sounds.
Ooh. Don't think I've actually played Doodle Service, but I can look that up when we're down here.
I was gonna say, consider yourself lucky.
I heard it was very bad.
Capture a fortress this huge. Get to check your target.
They're blocking the way, and they're hungry for blood.
Well, yes, like I say, it's a war. That's what happens.
Just ahead. Sorry, no visitors allowed.
You know, following these LPs have just made me wonder about something. Do you think people in Strangeville think it's weird that every war that happens, one guy in a plane shows up, and as soon as he shows up, the whole thing turns into a one-sided curb stomp in his side's favor, and then he just vanishes?
Allied planes overhead.
That is a really good question, I'm not gonna lie.
Do they know they're in a video game?
And like, plus like, you've also got to remember, like, with the frame narrative of Ace Combat 5, like, they had a whole nationally, like, syndicated, nationally aired documentary about one of those guys, too.
Don't you mean Zero?
Oh, yeah, Zero, yeah.
Yeah. They had Ken Burns. Who the fuck was Cypher anyway? At least that one actually reacted to it, though. They were like, yeah, this guy was weird. What was with him? This one is just taken for granted.
Again, you got to remember that Zero came out after this, so it's like...
No, I know.
You know,
Right.
after about 3 or 4 games of this going on, like, they finally figured it out and paid lip service to it.
Next, they'll be addressing why we can hear everybody's comms.
No, they'll never bring that up.
Yeah, it's got mentioned in the thread, I don't remember who, but the way I've always looked at it, I agree with him, it's basically separation between player knowledge and character knowledge. You can hear it, but the characters can't. Because when they can actually hear this stuff, they actually say, hey, why can we hear this stuff?
That actually is a pretty good explanation for it, I'm not gonna lie, yeah.
That's kind of the Doyle's answer instead of the Watsonian one. This fucking bunker. This is the one I always ran straight into. I want to help our allies in trouble! Go!
Yeah, it's... There's a lot of, like, really shitty parts to this mission. Mainly the fact that, like, pretty much every target in this mission, besides, like, the little AA guns and SAM units, takes 2 missiles to kill.
Oh, that's not fun.
Some of them, yeah, even the bunkers probably take more.
Yeah, and you don't have a whole lot of missiles for it. That'll add up quickly.
And it's also a stealth defense mission, too, because all these tank groups you can see down there at the bottom of the screen...
You gotta protect them.
Yep, they can die, and they will if you just ignore them.
That's happened to me at least once. Must have been the first time I played this. Oh, hey, why did I lose? I've got time. Oh. Oh. I like to imagine the artist brothers goes down there like, why did you abandon us?
Oh.
Why have you now forsaken us?
Not even the Rosecrees would be able to dodge these missiles.
What missiles, you crown? What fucking missiles?
Confirmed destroyed. Box 2, box 2.
Oh, those missiles? How do you like them missiles?
Also, yeah, that was something that I just figured out, like, very recently, just doing this LP. Like, I always thought it was weird that, like, all the ground forces were, like, listed as, like, Yuk-G and Ocean-G. Like, I always thought, like, I was missing, like, a, you know, like, Ocean-A, Ocean-B, Yuk-C, whatnot. It finally clicked for me. Oh, wait, G stands for ground.
To be fair, I should have just said, like, army or something. That would have made a lot more sense. Makes me miss that one Ustian-G or whatever from Ace Combat 4. Whatever your nation was. Ustian. The guy who was just distractingly Australian. You remember him?
Oh, yeah, the one from, yeah, Shattered Skies, the ISAF guy.
And Megalith, who was one of the ground guys, the special forces in. And he was just obviously from Strange for Real, Australia, and nobody commented on it.
No. Technically, you know, like, Uzia is, like, Strange Real's Australia because it's about the size of Australia when you look at it on the map.
Oh, I never thought about that.
These guys are unstoppable.
Though, I guess this whole LP is full of, oh, I never thought about that.
Yeah, it's basically if you took a continent the size of Australia, put it directly parallel to Asia/Europe and North and South or North America, and then literally put like every culture from Britain to South Korea on it.
Where was South Korea? Which one was that?
Like the FCU, like the Federation of Central Uzia, was kind of like a just conglomerate of like Asian/European cultures.
Ah, that makes sense. Sorry, it's been a while since Ace Combat 4.
Like, you get more of the sense of that in like Ace Combat 3, like Electrosphere, where like, you know, the high-tech, you know, Metro Japan/South Korea influence comes into it there.
Yeah, I've not played Ace Combat 3. My awareness that Ace Combat existed started at 4, and I played that for about 4 minutes. This was back in the Hollywood video days. I picked it up.
My guard down for a second.
Pump battery, huntsman, and Taipan teams.
I'm sorry, what kind of squadron names themselves Puff Out? I mean, it wanted to be a little bit. It doesn't have to all be Fire Dragon Death Squad, but Puff Out?
Also, that mission accomplished screen, that's just so random. Like, I literally thought I'd failed the mission again. I was about to throw my controller when I saw it said accomplished.
Oh.
The so-called impregnable fortress fell in half a day, and the momentum of the Osean army had reached a peak. Its final stronghold lost, the Yuktobanian army was setting up a barricade in the urban area up ahead. The next battle could see a lot of bloodshed, with innocent civilians caught in the crossfire. However, the men and officers of the Osean army were optimistic. They thought, as long as the 3 fighters from Sand Island were taking part in the action, things would turn out all right. They have become the center of the army's strength now.
Oh, this doesn't sound like it could go wrong at all. That sounds very promising. Nothing bad has ever been associated with those numbers.
No. It's like, yeah, where the hell was our debriefing and, like, our pat on the back and everything?
Well, I guess we have to get home for that. We are all the way over in not Russia.
Good work, people. We're one step away from the enemy's capital. We can win this as long as you're with us. I can feel it.
Just a nice little stroll up to a fuel tanker, like pulling into a rest stop to get some gas.
Yeah.
Pick up a Coke, a Reese's peanut butter cup.
This is the 8492nd Squadron. Can you see us?
And here's this guy just openly going, yo, we're 8492. You don't think they're going to find anything strange with that?
Yeah, it's like, considering what you pricks did a couple of days ago, like...
And they just fucking no-sell it. Look at Archer. Grim's just like, yeah, okay. Look, Archer, look, this is why you don't no-sell it.
Yeah, surprise!
I want you should edit in that one clip from that one show, the guy just going, surprise, motherfucker!
It's like, oh, gee, you finally figured it out, huh, didn't ya?
Yeah, oh, now you remember! Thanks for finally deciding to pay attention. Why couldn't it have been you, Archer? So maybe that's why they all went after Chop Up last mission. They just wanted to get rid of that shitty rock music.
92nd Squadron aren't Yuktobanian spies?
They can't control my aircraft. 8492.
I know, I've heard that somewhere before, says the guy who's been shot at by the 8492 before.
Helping the president's emergency landing, it was the 84...
Yes, Archer, thank you for finally catching up.
Yeah.
You're right.
Tier 7, missile behind you.
The funny thing is, when I was a kid, this completely blindsided me. I don't know how, but...
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, they kind of do like the rule of 3 with it, where like, you know, like at the in Handful of Hope, it's the setup where like, you know, they seem completely innocuous, and then, you know, then comes Blind Spot where it's like, you know, oh, something's kind of wrong here, but you know, okay, whatever, like you know. We've seen stuff like this in like an Ace Combat game before, so you know, we'll just roll with it. Then Journey Home and 8492 come along, and it's like, yeah, there is no way you're getting away from it at this point.
Yeah, when you're young and you haven't seen this kind of thing happen too often, it's pretty fresh. We've been glossing over this, but I kind of want... You're making me want to do a playthrough where I just answer no to every single thing.
I'll only concentrate on the enemy.
No.
Again, like that's something I am going to show off for the bonus video, like what happens if you say yes and no to everything, so... Also, yeah, this is the point when I just basically decide, yeah, no, I'm not winning this fight, because it's actually structured so that, like, no matter how many planes you take out, like, they just start spawning more of them, and their AI gets more difficult the further you prolong this fight.
Is that so? I think I've seen videos of people actually winning this fight.
Huh.
Yeah, I've seen at least one on YouTube. When we're done here, I can find it again and link it.
Yeah, it's probably one of Tomcat's videos.
Probably.
Because that dude is just a fucking master at this game.
You know, these players just make it all look so simple, and then you're trying it, and it just punches you in the face, like Mike Tyson in his prime. Oh hey, Belka. Hi, Belka.
15 years ago. Like, if this is the truth, then what was this war all about?
Hello?
Well, there was a documentary that aired a couple of years ago that could tell you all about that.
Captain, let's hurry!
And of course, when you're playing just this before... Oh hey, we got away.
Yeah.
Thanks for interrupting me, game.
Would it surprise you if I said that President Harling is nowhere to be found within the capital?
Not really. The hardline war Osea is waging right now hardly resembles the peace policy the president was promoting. Let me guess. He disappeared just before we invaded Yuktobania, right?
Exactly. My journalist friends told me that nobody's seen him enter or leave the office since. All of his decisions are communicated through the vice president. And it gets better. A lot of the military officers that resigned over disagreement with the president's arms reduction plan have started to return to the capital.
I found out something myself. That Belkan aggressor force I was telling you about. Apparently they're called the 8492nd Squadron. Also, And here's the kicker. Captain Hamilton, the adjutant base commander here, used to be assigned to the 8492nd.
What?
Oh, they're back.
There's no point in talking to that blockhead commander. He treated our president like an idiot just because he wanted peace.
What about his adjutant, Captain Hamilton?
Roger that. The captain and I will go see him. Grim, you go let Jeanette and Pops know.
Right. Be careful.
What? Nagase and the captain went to see Hamilton?
What is it? Did I do something wrong?
Let's hurry.
You got it.
We don't have time to warn the captain in Nagase. We'll have to talk to the base commander ourselves.
Thank you for coming, Second Lieutenant. I was just thinking about calling you over.
Me?
Special Forces Second Lieutenant Peter N. Beagle. Or I guess you prefer Pops. 15 years ago, you and Bartlett were shot down over enemy terrain. Bartlett's Squadron HQ was destroyed, and all of its data was fried by Belka's magnetic pulse weaponry. When you made it back to the Allied front lines, it was Bartlett's word that convinced them that you were his squadron leader. Is that really true? Bartlett turned out to be a spy. So, who are you really? Can't prove anything about your military record, can you? Arrest them on sight! They're spies! Shoot them if you have to!
Hamilton's got the base commander deceived, too.
I punched that guy's lights out. That bastard was wearing a major's insignia on his shoulder.
I don't know who it is, but someone's trying to widen the rift between the two countries and keep this war going. If OC continues to win, then the war will be over.
And they're after us to prevent that? You're kidding!
You people are the pillar of morale for the entire Osean army now.
And now you know something you were better off not knowing. The President's disappearance.
Listen, Pops, who exactly are you?
It's no good. They seized our planes in the hangars.
Hangar C in the rear probably isn't so heavily guarded.
Yeah, but over there's nothing but...
We'll escape with my training jets. Good thing I maintain all my planes well, eh? Let's try it. Jeanette, you take the seat behind me.
Fuck!
altitude.
So where do we go now?
We no longer have a home to return to. Attention all Air Force planes. Enemy spy elements have made off with 4 training jets and are heading north. Find them and shoot them down. Repeat, all Air Force planes.
That's Hamilton's voice. Oh, bastard!
Guess I'll try my hand at combat maneuvering then. Excuse me while I take the lead. Follow me, people.